Hi, Collective. I'm Ancient, and I have a bit of a channeled message for someone. Um, Someone is thinking about learning to play the piano, the violin, or maybe even the flute. You should do it. Okay. Some of you are like, oh, I'm too old or it's too late. No, if that's something that you want to do, you're passionate about doing it, just do it. Um, Yeah, it's interesting because I listen to a lot of classical music. I love listening to classical music, especially string instruments. I love all instruments, but I love listening to string instruments in particular. So, some of you may be interested in playing the violin, the harp, maybe even the guitar. Go ahead and do it. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what messages are coming in. I just heard Talking to the Moon. Okay, I believe that's by Bruno Mars. He says, talking to the moon, trying to get to you. So someone's trying to get to you. Okay. They could be trying to send you telepathic messages. This person could literally be speaking out loud, wondering where you are, because you could have this person blocked. All right, let's go ahead and get into this message and see what's going on. This person says you're somewhere far away. Okay. We have the star. Okay, this isn't the moon, but it does represent the night sky, right? The star. So we have Aquarius energy here. Somebody wants to heal or they want to heal something with you. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue. Some of you are on your path right now, or you will be. This is a sign. We have the Queen of Pentacles. There's a sign. Okay. There's a sign. Tell me more. We have the Ace of Cups. Somebody is very emotional right now. Things are making you emotional. Doesn't matter your gender, but it's like you're connecting spiritually through music. Um you feel That's why I said someone wants to learn how to play an instrument. And some of you could have been listening to composers. I'm hearing Mozart. There's a pianist um, named Lowell Tizer. He's amazing. He also plays classical jazz music, but the first time I heard him, I think he was about 18 years old and he was playing live. Um, I don't know why this is relevant, but he was playing live at like an outdoor mall in California. And I think he was about 17 or 18 years old, absolutely brilliant pianist. And that's when I fell in love with the piano. And I actually started playing piano when I was about 7 years old and fell in love with music. I've always been in love with music, but watching him play the piano, um, it truly inspired me. And so I told my parents, I was like, I want to play piano. So I started playing when I was 7 years old and started writing my own music as well. But, anyways, that's a side note. So there's something about you wanting to listen to music because music speaks to you. You know, the beautiful thing about classical music and different genres, it could be jazz, it could be lyrical, modern, whatever, without words, it's the ability of an artist to convey a message through an instrument. It's a true God-given talent because people can play music, right? But to be able to convey a message through an instrument is something that um I don't want to say very few because that would sound like, two or three people, but you know the difference when you hear it. That's why it pierces your soul. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and move on. So some of you, tell me about the Ace of Cups. I feel like Some of you are going to heal through music. So you've been listening to a lot of music and you find yourself healing through that. We have the Eight of Wands and we have the Six of Wands. There could have been something that happened recently that maybe you didn't get a position, you didn't get an opportunity, you were rejected, but it actually wasn't a rejection. There's something else for you. There's a different path. You're not meant to do whatever it is that you applied for or you were waiting for. Some of you, there was hope here, but you were open to the rejection, if that makes sense. Like you were open to the rejection and you were telling the universe, like, if I'm supposed to do this, then I'll do it. If I'm not, then I won't, kind of thing. Um, so we have the Eight of Wands and the Six of Wands because there's a totally different path. There's something else coming in for you with the Eight of Wands and the Six of Wands, and it's meant for you. That makes sense. Okay. So someone recently got rejected. You will get over it. And I don't mean to say it like that, but you will. You know you'll get over it. It kind of stung a bit, probably that email came in, text message, phone call, and they were like, we've chosen a different candidate. We've decided, this is goodbye, whatever they said. It stung a little bit because I feel like some of you did put in a lot of energy and effort into applying or whatever, but there's something else coming down the pipeline for you. Okay. And I think you know that. Tell me about the star. Because the question is, were you going to do that for yourself or was it to impress other people? Okay. So we have the Two of Cups, the star and the Two of Cups. Some of you are fighting being in a relationship. Okay. And I know some of you are like, what do you mean by that? Well, it feels like the reason why that path was rejected is because the direction that you need to go is where your person is. Because it's not just, we have the Two of Cups here with the star. How can I say this? You're going to meet your person also on this path. So you get the best of both worlds. You get whatever it is that brings you purpose and fulfillment, but you also get that emotional contentment. You also get that partnership. You get the love of your life. You get that soulmate. That's what I'm feeling here. So that's why that path that you were on and maybe you got rejected, it's to put you on the correct path. Wow. Okay. Tell me about the Two of Cups. If you're honest with yourself, you did kind of feel a bit nervous about that first path. Okay. It could have something to do with money, finances. Like, say if you guys applied to school, maybe you were worried about your finances, taking out loans, how that was going to look, put, the financial burden of school. So, but you try to stay positive. So we have the Sun and then we have the Eight of Cups. This is going to be revealed to you on this new path. You're supposed to walk this journey alone. Some of you are going to feel alone. Are you going to meet this person when you feel absolutely alone? So you could still have to move or relocate or whatever, but you're going to meet this person. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. I keep hearing that Bruno Mars song in my head, Talking to the Moon. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah. So you're leaving behind anything that is, it feels like you're supposed to do right now, you guys. Oh God, this feels like all over the place, but I'm not. Okay. Whoever I'm channeling and picking up and reading for, it feels like you are supposed to do what makes you happy. And I feel like that career or going back to school or going to school is not what's going to bring you absolute joy, contentment, and fulfillment. You could have been doing it to impress people, impress yourself. Maybe it was about the money, but the universe is like, nah. God's like, nah, I want you to do what makes you happy. What is making you happy? What inspires you, what gets you up in the morning? What is it that you want? I just heard the universe saying, what do you want? You're like, I want love, I want stability, I want it all. Okay, well, you're going to get it all. Because that's where you're going. You're walking into the 3 of Cups. Some of you are going to be meeting people, new friends. You're supposed to go down this path because the universe wants you to be happy. Some of you haven't been happy for a long time. You haven't done what it is that you want to do. You know how some people do what they want to do? They find their passions at 5 years old, 6, 7, and they do it. You know, you have those, because we're talking about music. I've been talking about music quite a bit in this message. You know, you have those children prodigies that start music when they're super young and they continue to do it. And that's just what they love. They eat, drink, and sleep music. Who can I think? Michael Jackson, right? I'm going to use Michael Jackson because he's just been all over the place, right? Especially for the Gen Zs. The Gen Z, some of them were born, but too young to really know who Michael Jackson was. But, you know, he was that child prodigy, right? Just eat, drink, sleep music. And that's what this feels like. It feels like the universe wants you to do what makes you happy. I don't care if it's baking a cake, making a YouTube channel, baking cakes, cooking, cleaning, painting, laying in the grass, like, you know, hiking. What makes you happy? Don't worry about impressing other people. Don't worry about anybody. Don't even worry about your children financially because it feels like whatever this is, the universe will provide. God will provide the financial part of it. You just need to do what makes you happy. I'm so passionate about this. I don't know if you guys can hear it through my voice, but I'm passionate about this. What makes you happy? When you were a child growing up, what did you want to be? Did you want to be a cop? You know how little boys are like, I want to be a cop. I want to be a firefighter. And some little girls too. I want to be a cop. I want to be a firefighter. Did you want to be an astronaut? Did you, like, what did you want to do? Did you want to be a news anchor? What did you want to be when you grew up, when you were a child? You know, it sucks because then we become adults, right? And then real world problems come in, right? The real world comes in and then it takes you away from your dreams. It takes you away from your passion. It takes you away from things that inspire you, that make you happy. It's time for you to go back within, go deep within and figure out what did you want to do when you were a little boy, when you were a little girl. You're like ancient. I love to paint. Now I'm in corporate America, but I love to paint. Paint. You don't even have to show your face on YouTube. You could just show you could just show yourself painting with some music in the background. Paint, draw. Some people are shy to be on camera. Completely understand. I mean, I'm not shy to be on camera, but my entire channel is faceless, right? So if you don't want to show yourself for privacy, you don't have to do that. Do what makes you happy. Even if it's you taking photos when you go hiking. And then some people are going to say, well, I need to find time. Find time to do it. Some of you are like, I wanted to be a personal trainer. Be a personal trainer. Some of you are like, I wanted to be a fitness coach. Be a fitness coach, which is like a personal trainer, right? I just saw somebody said, I wanted to be a taekwondo master. Well, do it. It's never too late. It's something about you going back to your childhood and being childlike. You need to be childlike right now, not childish, but childlike. Tell me about the 6 of Wands, the 2 of Swords. Tell me about the 2 of Swords. We have the 2 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. This is saying don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Some of you wanted to be a teacher and you feel like, well, teachers don't make enough money, right? But there's some other way that you can supplement your income and still teach. Some of you are the type of individuals that inspire children. Not everyone that teaches children should teach children, right? Like some people just do it just for a job, but you have those people out there that love to teach and they love children and they inspire children. You can see it in a child's face. You can see it in their grades. You can see how they grow. Some of you have that gift to connect with children. Wow. This is the season for you to connect with yourself, for you to get honest. Doesn't matter your age. I don't care. Some of you are like, well, I'm 50, I'm 60, my life. No, 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 no. It doesn't matter. Are you a writer? Are you a musician? Are you a chef? No, you don't need to go to culinary school. Are you a chef? What is your natural talents? We all have them. And you could hear people say, I don't have any talents. And then they're great at sewing or crocheting. They're like, I don't have talents, but they can sculpt and create things. They can garden, you know. Don't give me no plant, y'all, because plants don't live in my house for long. So I don't have a green thumb. But you have people that have green thumbs that are florists. You see what I'm saying? Everyone has a talent. So it's about going within and unlocking what it is, because that's what the universe wants you to focus on right now. That's what God wants you to focus on, is what brings you joy. And that's why you're going to get rejected. That's just what I'm going to say. Right now, you're going to be getting rejected from things that are not supposed to be, that you're not supposed to do. I'm just going to say it. Careers that you're not supposed to do, jobs you're not supposed to take, and you know it deep down in your heart. You're tired of the same old, and you need a change. So you need to believe in yourself, believe in your talent. Just sit back and think about it. We have the Tower and we have the King of Pentacles. There could be someone around you that's going to maybe inspire you. Maybe I'm the inspiration through my words. You could also meet a King of Pentacles here. The Moon. Yeah, this could be somebody that you don't know. That's kind of behind the scenes. Wow. Something about you becoming childlike again is what I keep hearing. And I also keep hearing that Bruno Mars song. So some of you need to go listen to that. It's called Talking to the Moon. All right. So this was a spiritual and inspirational message. I hope you got something from it, and I hope that it resonates with you. And I will leave it here. I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you. Bye.